Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back in for the FSL circuit for Mobile Legends between Singapore and Malaysia. Now, we are finally taking a look into the bronze match. So, for the bronze match, we do have, from the blue side, we do have Imperius, and on the red side, we do have Rogue. So, these two teams is both the teams that we have seen in, I think, in under 2 hours span, around 2 hours before. So, unfortunately for these teams, they are fighting out for the third place as they lost respectively in their semi-finals. But after all, it is not the end. These games is going to be sort of the last games for them, and they have to tread really careful. After all, this is going to be a best of 3 matchup, and I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest, to see a full 3 series for this bronze match. So, let's take a look a little bit more into the bans, and that is going to be a Selena first ban coming out from Imperius, followed by Lunox. Lunox is going to be banned out by Rogue, and a Kaya ban coming in from Imperius. We've got a final ban coming in, and I will say that it most probably is going to be Kimi. It should be Kimi. If it's not Kimi, then it should be Kimi. It should be Kimi, honestly. Well, we'll see exactly how they would want to, play that out. Just let me think. Other than Kimi, is it Kufra? Yes, Kufra is also a notable hero to ban, to pick. And well, let's just say that they are going to pick brand out the Grok. So now that the Grok is banned out, Kufra is available. And I think that Hishiko should be the one picking out, or rather, Team Imperius should be first picking either Kimi or Kufra. It is very important to find out which hero do you think is going to work out for you. I think Kufra. I feel that Kufra will be a better pick, and give away that the Kimi.
Your team is
Completely out of what I was thinking. So it does seem like Kufra and Kimi is available on the board. That is for Rogue. Kufra and Kimi available for Rogue now. But it does seem like they're going to go for Harith and Kufra. Understandably so. They would want to get the mage away from Team Imperius. Because for what I know, Butterbean plays a pretty good Harith.
Your team is picking.
Ah, I see. Okay, we gotta remake the game for now. So I believe that the game will have to, the draft will have to be reset again. So we'll have to see eventually how that is going to work out. So eventually, imagine if I didn't know that the game is about to be remade. Looking at Uranus, it would be pretty funny because I would not expect that. Okay. That's one thing. I would definitely not expect a pickup on Uranus. But then, well, putting the puns aside, if there was any puns to begin with, we should be looking into a remake. But all in all, I believe that the bans should be the same. The bans should be the same to see Selena, to see Kaya, Lunox, and Grok. In the meantime, because of all this drafting, it should take some more time, so do not worry about that. We're just gonna go in for a really short break, fast break. Alright, so once we're back in, we'll go straight into the drafting stage so that we don't spend too much time with some needless analysis. So see you guys then, and to the draft in a while. Alright, so we're finally going in for the next game between Imperius versus Rogue. Not next game, rather, the first game of Imperius versus Rogue for this bronze match. So we are going to have a redraft of the heroes for this game. Now do note that this is FSL Circuit Mobile Legends for Singapore Malaysia region. So we have already I believe that there are a couple of regions that has already been done, like Indonesia, Myanmar one has already been done and dusted, but now we are looking at Singapore and Malaysia ones. So here we're looking at the bronze match. Whoever wins this best of 3 series will be crowned as third place. So a slight introduction, the blue side is going to be Team Imperius, and for the red team it's going to be Team Rogue. They will have no bans coming in from the red side. It could either be on a purpose, which is an attempt to bring down the amount of hero pool that is available on the board, or it can be just a little bit of a forgetful error. But either way, we're going to take a look into Selena. Selena is going to be the ban coming out here, coming in from Team Imperius.
Your team is banning.
Ah. Alright, so really unfortunate technical error that we have here on the server for now, but I'm not too sure whether what was like the main importance, but we have to load into the game again due to the fact that I believe that, just some technical error that we are not too sure of. Rogue Drafter was unable to load, so we will have to remake the game once again, and I'm not gonna bore you for the next 5 minutes once again. So, for the moment of time, ladies and gentlemen, we're just gonna put you guys onto a short break, and we will come straight in immediately with the draft. So we'll see you, I'll see you in a while. After multiple tries, we are finally into this game, and well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the FSL circuit for Mobile Legends for Singapore, for the Singapore and Malaysian region. Now, we are finally in for the drafting stage, and well, what can I say? We are finally. I really hope that nothing happens here, because I think it's slightly, pass through the time, and hopefully that we can see the champion game soon. But still, without a doubt, I would want to see both Team Imperius and Rogue play at their best and see whether they can, drag this out into what, all 3 series game. We'll see how. The bans coming out from both sides is going to be Selena, Claude, and for the other side, for Team Rogue, is going to be Lunox as well as Kimi. Now, I did a little bit of a look around at the players, and it does seem like a lot of these players, they really like to play Lunox, so they have to ban out Lunox. That's one thing, because it's a give or take kind of situation. If I as a second pick do not ban the Lunox, that means the first pick is definitely going to pick up the Lunox, understandably. So for Butterbean plays the Lunox, Faizani plays the Lunox as well, and both of them plays a lot of Lunox from what I know, and it does seem like Butterbean will instead go for the Harith. In the meantime, Hichiko is going to pick up the carry and Pink. Sorry, it's not finalized for the heroes per names, if I'm not wrong. But for the side of Imperius, we're going to be taking a look at Harith. We're going to see Carry as well as Minotaur. The last pick cannot be Diggy, unfortunately, for Team Rogue, because they already have Kufra, they already have Grok as well. So with that said and done, we're going to possibly be looking at, Guinevere or Thamus or Leomord sounds about right, but it does seem like they do have a preference over Guinevere. Guinevere is great, goes in for the magical thump. You can still effectively get away with, spatial migration, or follow it up with Violet Requiem. So there is a lot of things that you can actually do at the point of time. Well, we are taking a look into the phase number 2 of the banning stage. Let's take a look. In terms of ban, they can ban out Claude. Claude is already banned, right? So Mincitar is going to be banned for them. And on the other hand, Rogue, let's see, they have a marksman. They are looking at one farmer, which is like Leomord or Thamus, which I think that Thamus is a pretty good ban. It's either going to be a Thamus ban or a Leomord ban, but it does seem like they are going to go for the DA ban. It's still, yes, actually it is about right. It is about right. You can go for a Digi for Team Imperius. It is fine to think of it that way. So, well, Rogue has got it covered, and they have got it thinking. No more Digi. What kind of support is available? Kaya. Guys? Kaya? Guys, pick up Kaya today. Kaya is not banned, guys. Well, it does seem like Rogue is going to pick up the Leomord, and that is going to be the next fighter for the team. A final marksman coming in from Rogue will be most appreciated. In the meantime, the last two picks coming in from Imperius. Let's just think about it for a while. I would say that Thamus is going to be the ban. Thamus and Garukacha. Okay, last one, Thamus. Thamus. Ruby?
Gather catcher.
Ruby? Looks like it's gonna be the way. So,
Your team
it's going to be Ruby and Ghetto Ketchup. Gotta catch them all. For Ghetto Ketchup, just go straight in for the ultimate and just try to... Well, actually, that's not for Ghetto Ketchup. It's more for Ruby, going in for the sides, hooking onto the opponent's sides, going into hook on the opponent. That is the main thing that you'll want to do as a Ruby. As for the opponent here in Rogue, they're missing off a single marksman. Do they want a marksman? That's the question. Granger is available. Do they want a Granger? Leslie works. Poke City. It's literally Poke City. We've got pokes coming from Power of Nature. We've got pokes coming in from Leslie. We've got a little, some pokes from the Energy Ball from Guinevere. And not to forget Momentum. Momentum from Leomont is also a poke. So, we've gone through quite a lot of remakes due to technical difficulty, but we are finally in and we are finally here for game number 1 for this bronze match between Imperius versus Rogue. Imperius just going to be put themselves on the tops, on the bottom left hand side, and as for Team Rogue is going to put themselves at the top right hand side. So let's go through with the hero introduction with Miffy playing as Ruby, Badaming onto Harif, Tease Me that is onto Ghetto Catcher, Pink playing as Minotaur, and Hishiko onto the Dragon Queen Carrie. And on the flip side, Angel Yu is going to be onto the tank Grog, Arya on the bandaged Kufra, Faizani that is going to be playing on the Leslie, Mama Jess onto Leomont, and finally Sharif onto that Athena that is Guinevere. Middle lane, triple man, or rather triple woman in the middle lane. Butterbing and Pink, they seem to be having a little bit of a trouble, and does seem like the creep clear from Rogue is extremely fast. With a little bit of invasion coming here, the Power of Nature will miss, unfortunately, but Pink and Butterbing will then head their way to kill the buffs. Top lane though seems okay. It does seem like Faizani is pretty good at the pokes. The pokes is the main thing. In the meantime, in the in Rogue's side, it does seem like there is an attempt to bring down the buff, and that's your Tease Me is really low in HP. Ghetto Catcher, how exactly are you trying to get out of this? The Tyrant's Revenge, you will be able to knock up Carrie, and just like that is going to be a double kill coming in from Guinevere. A bad start for Team Imperius and a great one for Rogue, as Guinevere just like that is able to get 2 easy kills onto Ghetto Catcher as well as the carry. I wouldn't really quite recommend what they did before. They the two of them shouldn't invade the jungle that way if they do not have Minotaur, either Minotaur or even the Harif. They should go in as 3 instead of 2. And here we have Bada Bing trying to get herself away from all of this danger because there's so many people. A Tyrant's Revenge followed by a bouncing ball round the Bada Bing. There is still no Zaman's Force just yet, but a really nice Violet Requiem coming in from Guinevere will be able to get a nice kill right onto Minotaur as well as Ruby. Gonna leave with Bada Bing all alone here at the top lane. Nothing to do, no way that she can contest for the turtle at all, sadly. Middle lane, we do have Tease Me just punching it out here in the middle lane. Might want to help a little bit at the bottom lane to help Hichiko to go for the farms, but it does seem like Tease Me is going to do exactly that. Not much of a gap closing ability at this moment of time, but here we have Bada Bing and Pink together again. Arya and Sharif is possibly the food they have in mind, but Zaman Force is available. But here's the thing, Harif has got low amount of mana. In the meantime, here in bottom lane, really nice Violet Requiem coming in from Guinevere. Flies these two, Hishiko and Tease Me, up into the air. Gonna be left with Pink and Bada Bing. Exactly how are they going to turn this game around? Sharif, Arya and Angel Yu will steal the buff from Team Imperius once again from the jungle. Man oh man, really aggressive. Currently 0-6 with about 2,000 gold advantage for Team Rogue. Injure You going in for the power of nature. Not going to land unfortunately, but here we have the teams might actually come up with a 1v1 fight soon. Bada Bing managed to get herself away, but she doesn't have the buff. She doesn't have any mana. She can't go for the vision, but here we have the magical thumb followed by the Violet Requiem will bring her face down onto the ground. The fox will not stay alive. And everyone, what does the fox say? Literally dead. Injure You fights any area and literally the entire team except for Leomord, which apparently has went down in the bottom lane, is going to attempt to go for the push at the top lane. Oh, but the barrier coming from Injure You is actually gonna sabotage the attempt to try to kill Miffy. But nice goes the Tyrant's Revenge onto Miffy. Will be pushing Ruby go all the way up, but it doesn't seem like they managed to get that kill though. So Injure You as well as Arya, they did have a little bit of a communication breakdown at that moment of time, but it is fine. They did manage to get the top lane turret, and that is all that it matters. They really just need the turret. If they want, they can go for the turtle, and that is going to be the next main thing. Concentrated energy is going to be picked up by Guinevere, and well, she will have a lot of things to do with. Violet Requiem just gonna go straight down, and Kufa will be able to get a kill around the carry. Kufa with another kill, double kill right onto Karukacha. Unable to do anything as Pink and Butterbing as well as Miffy will slowly make their way back and farm here in the middle lane. In the meantime, Turtle will now then be threatened by Team Rogue. Take a look at Arya. She knows she's tanky. She's just gonna go straight in front of the enemy team, ready to activate her bouncing ball. Literally a bouncing bandaged ball for all the reason. Really good, interesting. Here we have the Minoan Fury just round the Shari as fast as anybody. Look like Shari will be able to get himself away, but in the meantime, it does seem like Minotaur will be able to get an easy kill round the area. But for Minoan Fury, she was able to get that kill onto Kufra, and that is all that is enough. Just one kill is good. Do not overextend. Do not be complacent. Go for the kills one at a time. And eventually you will catch up in terms of the goal lead. And here we have 2:10. We'll see eventually how that is going to work out, as Barbiel is going to be summoned by Mama Jess. She's just going to ride on her steed. And middle lane will be the one that will have the defense being called up. They are going to rally up mid in the middle lane and even try to get the farm. Violet Requiem completely missing it out. Even the Zaman the Force is put out, but unfortunately the health coming from Bada Bing is way too low. Wasn't able to do quite much, and here we have Shari going straight in with the magical thumb once again. But of course, how about Minotaur? Minotaur will be stunned by Arya going in for Tyrant's Fury. HP is still pretty okay actually, but tease me down to half HP. They want to defend this, but Injure You charging up the power of nature, and there goes the beautiful wall. Charging up the Tyrant's Fury, followed by the bouncing ball. They are going to be stuck. Tease me jumps straight to the heart of enemies. Sharif will go in, will be able to get the magical thumb kill round to get a catcher, but in the meantime Grog will go down as well, but Bada Bing goes straight in for the double kill, and they will be able to successfully turn things around with 4:12 for now. Ichigo picks up the Endless Battle, should be able to do pretty decent damage at this point of time. Got a pretty decent shield coming from Aegis, and now they are under siege. We got Leslie channeling up the ultimate, but Leomord gets the kill with the Assault, the Storm, and everything else with 3 men down. 3 against 3, and they do not lose a single soul in that mid tower attack. And now that is going to be the third turtle that goes down to Team Rogue. Unfortunate for Team Imperius, they are unable to turn things around. Another magical thumb, and that Violet Requiem. This is why you ban Guinevere. This is why you don't let Guinevere stay in the bushes. And just like that, 2 men is down, and they are severely handicapped, and they have to fight a 3 versus 5. Injure You going right in front, being as confused as she is. Turning around is not easy. Spinning around is not easy. You literally can't easy. But in the meantime, here we have middle lane is the only one with the 2nd tier inhibitor turret. They want to bring that down. In the meantime, Leomord wants to push down the entire lane. charging up the Minoan Fury. Pink is waiting for the perfect time to unleash Minoan Fury. Where is the time? When is the time? Middle lane, they're getting quite an emphasis. It is a stressful situation. It is a 4v5 after all. How about Ghetto Catcher? Do you want to jump into the heart of enemies? If you do, you need to tell your teammates. You need to let them know. But exactly how are they going to do that? As Ruby and Carry will make themselves at home at the top lane as they defend against the rest of the creeps. Here we have the turret going down in the middle lane, and the rest of Team Rogue will effectively make their way away and try to push down or maybe even kill Ghetto Catcher. Missing out on the thumb, but it does seem like Ghetto Catcher tries to get himself away with his ultimate, but the damage coming from Leslie, take a look at that. Even with a sprint, will he be able to get away? And Arya goes straight in, the Tyrant's Revenge followed by the Tyrant's Fury, and Minoan Fury on the full man. All of them extremely low. Angel Yu tries to get away. How about Pink? Pink is low, but double kill coming in from Bada Bing. We do have the magical stun coming from Shari, but he will be the one that's slowly whittling down. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be a triple kill coming in onto Bada Bing. And this could be the comeback coming in from Team Imperius. A really great initiation coming in from Rogue, but it just seemed like Pink was enraged at the perfect time, perfect opportunity, and that is the sole reason you do not put everyone together in one small little area. And well, they are trying to come back up in terms of goal lead. It is still pretty far, but it just proves that it is possible for Imperius to still turn this game around. If Rogue does not make things right, then they're just going to go down. As simple as that. It's going to be tough for Imperius to work this game around, but they need more opportunities like that. Just two more. In fact, just two more, and they should be able to catch up in terms of the goal advantage. 8:18. The Lord is available. There is some pings going around.
Request backup.
Waiting for the right moment. Bada Bing does have the buff. Hishiko does have the buff as well. Are they baiting? Are they pushing mid? Are they baiting or are they pushing mid? But in the meantime, Rogue coming in from behind. All alone. They have got the map control. In the meantime, bottom lane, Barbiel rushing straight in onto Miffy and Tease Me. Will they be able to do it? I don't think so. They do not have enough damage. They do not have enough, literally does not have enough damage output. But they're just going to push themselves all the way to the bottom lane. There goes the hook. Bada Bing with a Zaman Force, followed by the rest of the auto attacks. And Mama Jazz goes down. Now this is what I'm talking about. Slowly whittle down the enemies one by one, and eventually you should be able to bring yourself in the right spot. Here we have the Lord is actually taken down, 1-for-1 trade-off, but still, this is a level 1 Lord. I wouldn't say that it is actually worth it to throw Leomord away for the Lord. We'll see how it goes. It's all about Guinevere now. If Guinevere is able to land a really good Magical Thumb followed by a Violet Requiem, then that will be devastating. It will be absolutely devastating. The other hero that can provide knockup is literally only Arya. And oh, Angel Yu with the Wild Charge as well. So if Guinevere misses out, or she just couldn't get his Magical Thumb right, then she can just wait for the rest of the enemy team, the rest of his other teammates, her other teammates like Kufra or even Grok, to go for the knockup, and then she's just going to stay at where she is for the Violet Requiem. And I think that Petrify was able to stop the Minoan Fury. It's going to be bad at this moment of time. We got the Zaman Force, open up the key. Sharif goes straight in, but that's going to bring down the Violet Requiem HP all the way down. Bada Bing wasn't able to do much, but he was able to get a kill right there. Leslie, triple kill, Pink, low in HP, and just like that, a Maniac coming in from Leslie. And ladies and gentlemen, the first game will go down for Team Rogue.
Victory!
A really well play by Team Rogue. Now, we did manage to see a small glimmer of hope, a really small light at the end of the tunnel for Team Imperius, but unfortunately they were a little bit too far behind when it comes to the goal lead or even the objectives. They do not have the map control. It's really difficult for them to even push straight out. The only item that is available for, well, Carrie is literally Endless Battle. She did manage to pick up the Golden Rod, but it is still unfortunately not enough. But nonetheless, Team Rogue did a really good job, exceptionally good job in fact. So they are going to get 1 point for themselves, and they are going to advance to game number 2 to fight against Imperius once again, as this is the bronze match, the best of 3 series for this game. And in the meantime, before we go off for a short little break, I would like to give a huge thanks to the sponsors. That's going to be Dreamcore, Super Solid, Creative, as well as Overdrive. We are currently streamed down onto Facebook as well as Yahoo TV and Streamcraft. And this all this entire tournament as well is endorsed and supported by the E Project by Moonton. Now, hope you guys will continue to tune in for the rest of the bronze match. Not to forget the grand finals that will be happening down later. So, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back after the short break. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for game number 2 between Team Rogue versus Team Imperius for this bronze match. Do know that this is going to be a best of 3 series. We have went
Your
through
team
game number
is
1, which the victory goes to Team Rogue at the blue side. So now they are going to be the first BP team, and now they have decided that Lunox shall be the one that gets banned out first. Kimi Kaya is still available on the board, which could still be possible for a picking and also possible for a ban. So it's nice to
Your
see
team
that
is
Kufra is
banning.
going to be banned out here now. So no more annoying with pesky little bandages and just annoying things from Kufra, basically. Well, generally Kufra is an extremely strong hero. That is really good. He has 2 good CC skills, or rather 3 good CC skills. All 3 skills are essentially CCs. Tyrant's Revenge will send anyone knocking up the
Your
moment he
team is
lands.
banning.
Not to forget that he's able to displace the enemy heroes with Tyrant's Fury as well as Bouncing Ball, which makes sure that people do not escape with their mobility skills, or else they will be CC'd. So yeah, Kufra is annoying, Kufra is crazy, and Kufra deserves to be banned. Lunox and Kibi does seem like they are going to be banned out here as well. We're looking at the final ban, which I would assume is going to be Kaya, because if it's a Kaya ban, then it is all up
team
to,
is
that is
picking.
pretty normal for a professional game. But it does seem like a Guinevere is going to be banned out for this game as well. For those people who do not know, for this game in FSL, Faramis as well as Kagura is going to be banned. So they will not be available to be banned nor picked. So that's why we wouldn't be able to see either of these 2 heroes. Granger, on the other hand, is possible to be picked and possible to be banned. But I don't
Selena.
think that anyone is going to
Your
ban
team
Granger
is
anytime
picking.
soon. So Selena is going to be the first pick coming in from Team Rogue. It's nothing out of the ordinary, to be honest.
Rock.
Oh, I thought they were
Harith.
about to pick Faramis, wow.
Your team is
And
picking.
does seem like it's going to be a Harith as well as a Grok pickup coming in from Team Imperius. Does seem like Team Rogue, they want to do whatever they have done, or rather, they're not going to care about counter picking Team Imperius. They're just going to
Why?
roll around with it
Joe.
and go for what
Your
they want,
team is
what they
picking.
think is going to help them with their own compositions a lot, instead of thinking, hey, I want to pick this hero to counter this opponent hero, etc, etc. So here we have the other pickups is going to be Cho as well as Claude. nothing out of the ordinary still. Good CC is coming out from Claude. Good CC is coming out from Cho. We've got Claude that is high in mobility, great damage when it comes to Blazing Duet, and not to forget Selena. Even though she is extremely
Your team
reliant
is
on Abyssal Arrow, she can still bring down really great damage still. So it's not a hero that you should underestimate. We're looking at the other ban that is, the other pick that is going to be Minotaur. So the final pickup for the first 3 heroes is
Your
going to
team
be
is
Harif,
banning.
it's going to be Grok, as well as Minotaur. Grok and Minotaur, which means that they have a pretty decent early game, good early game damage to a certain extent. They should be able to help Butterbing with her quest to pick up the jungle minions as well as buffs. So what I can think of is that they can have one hero that excels in the early game. Thamus is
Your team
pretty
is
okay. I'm trying to think of other heroes that is great for early game that can go around and gank early.
Leo Mord.
Leomord is not
Your
one of
team
them,
is
but it
picking.
works. It still works. Because I would really want to see early game extremely aggressive from Team Imperius. What they can do is that they can have Grok, they can have Minotaur, as well as Harif. Literally just roam around together to prevent Rogue from going for the counter jungling to get their buffs. So if you kind of realize that
Mincetar.
Team Rogue is gonna come
Akai.
over to your jungle,
team is
you go
picking.
back to your own jungle and counter them. Counter the counter junglers and kill them if you can. So that is possibly one way you can deal with it. And here we have Mincetar as well as Akai is going to be picked up. So first Akai in this tournament for now, or rather first Akai in this of today is going to be picked up by Team Rogue. In the meantime, from Team Imperius, we'll be able to see Granger. So pretty decent lineup from both sides. I do not have quite a favorite just yet, but in the meantime, let's take a look at the hero compositions and the hero introductions. Here we have, coming in from Team Rogue, we have Mama Jess that is going to be playing as Mincetar, with Angel Yu playing onto Akai, Sharif onto Selena, Arya playing on Cho, Faizani that is going to be onto Claude. In the meantime, on the other hand, we do have,
Welcome.
okay, I
to
can't really see
Mobile
anything right here,
Legends.
but we do have Butterbing onto
5
Harif,
seconds
Tease
till
Me
enemy
that is
reaches
going to be
the
playing
battlefield.
as the Grok.
Smash them.
We do have Minotaur,
All troops
which is
deployed.
played by Pink Miffy, onto Leomord, as well as Hishiko playing onto Granger. So unfortunately, we have to go for a pause at this moment of time. Possibly a little bit of a technical difficulty, but do not worry, we'll be back for the game real soon, and I really hope that we do not have to remake, so no worries about that. Now, since we have some extra time, I'd like to let everyone, all the audience, well, even if you are from Facebook or Yahoo TV or even Streamcraft, do be extremely vocal. Tell us about your experience watching the stream. Tell us about which team you would, support. Are you in for Rogue? Are you in for Imperius? Show the girls your support and just be extremely vocal. Tell us how you feel down in the comment section, of course. In the meantime, top lane, it looks extremely busy, but middle lane is is literally busier. We do have Selena, Cho, as well as Akai that is going to be taking down the middle jungle, or rather the middle lane creeps. And Dustin and Butterbing and Tease Me will completely ignore the fact that the opponent has invaded their jungle. They're not going to fight for it. In fact, if Butterbing and Tease Me were to go up top, it would be perfect. It would be a 4 versus 2, 4 versus 3, and there is absolutely nothing that Team Rogue could have done. It's not too late. It is still not too late. Butterbing is at level 3. It does seem like they want to rush the level 3 for Harith. It's fine, after all, it's actually okay. You can rush it. Go for the River Crab, and then one more lane, one more creep wave, and Butterbing should be at level 4 and is available to go for the Zaman Force down. There we have it. Tease Me literally just proxying the wave. But Bada Bing doesn't want to go for it. She wants to go for middle lane, whereby Miffy is defending. HP is low. Will be able to sidestep that Abyssal Arrow. Here we have with the Chrono Dash. Zaman Force is available in 3, 2, 1. Zaman Force is available, and they are ready to go out for an all-out fight. Sheriff does have level 4 as well, but it doesn't really quite matter for Selena, because Selena level 1 already has her ultimate. But Leomord has to be extremely careful. He's gonna hit level 4 soon, eating up the Abyssal Arrow. Just gonna charge out the momentum. Not a really good thing, but in the meantime, it does seem like Cho comes straight in with a proxy, gets that kill right onto him, and that is extremely sad. Sharif joins in the fray. Zaman Force today. Zaman Force will be dropped down. The Blazing Duet coming in from Fai Ziani will be able to force Bada Bing away. At this moment of time, Tease Me running away at this moment of time. The proxy is still working pretty well for Arya as well as Sharif. But the first turret in the bottom lane still stands up tall and up high. No team, we do not have any preferred advantage for either of these teams just yet. In the meantime, Bada Bing is going to be knocked up, and way out the dragon right on Harith, and she's gonna go down as the Abyss consumes her. 3v3 here in the middle lane. Miffy does have Barbil and completely CC down, and this is why CC is so great. Angel, you did manage to get the frog debuff right onto Grok, as well as Minotaur goes in for the 1000 pounder, just being able to get that really amazing stun down. And another Abyssal Arrow going in, 1000 pounder, another frog right in onto Pink. HP is down to half HP, but it does seem like she is gonna be safe for now. How about Harry? Let's take a look a little bit more on Claude, using Blazing Duet to farm just a little bit. Level 6 versus a level 4 Miffy. Leomord needs a little bit more time, charging out the momentum, wants to go for a little bit more creep farm. And how about the River Crab? Really one play coming from Tease Me as well as Bada Bing, as they are able to push the Claude away. Faizani will now teleport back home. In the meantime, middle lane, Angel Yu looking around, and so will Sheriff, waiting by the bushes. Arya's completely stuck out, waiting for the perfect opportunity. If they are able to bring down 1 or 2 members, then they should be able to push into the turrets and go for the objective. And here we have Way of the Dragon today? No! Even Shumpo, Arya even Shumpo herself out of the tower's defense range. Momentum charges up. The barriers coming in from Tease Me. And here we have the Hurricane Spin. Helicopter all around the building. Followed by a Petrify Way of the Dragon right onto Minotaur. Minotaur just going to enter the Fury of the turret. But will be able to use the Minoan Fury. Get herself away. Still CC'd up. Still getting damage down. But Claude comes straight in. Steals the attack speed and kills her right off. 2 men for none. So currently, Rogue does have 5:0. Unfortunately for Team Imperius, they still have the opportunity actually, because while Granger is still extremely safe. 0-0-0. No kills, no deaths, no assists. It is decent to say the very least, and because of the fact that he did not die once, she is the highest farmer. So Hishiko slowly moving around, wants to go for that buff, but it does seem like Sheriff is just around the corner, and so is Arya. Who is going to take the buff? It does seem like, well, Granger take the buff? I'm not too sure about that. They should really give it to Harith instead. Well, a mega kill coming in from Selena onto Leomord. So unfortunately for Leomord, she's gonna go down. A nice stun coming straight in. Look at the damage coming in from the rest of the opponent's side with a nice Minoan Fury. We'll be able to stop Angel Yu as well as Arya. Just going to play around. We do have Hurricane Spin, just going to throw the Minotaur as well as Grok all the way away. It is me as well as Pink. Goes straight in, gets the kill on the Cho, and turns things around with 3 kills for Team Imperius. This could very well be a comeback soon if they continue with what they are doing. It's a great pity for Rogue. They almost traded it pretty decently with 1:3. In fact, that 0:3 is a very bad trade already. They should have tried to even it out a little bit, force yourself out and try to kill the Harith at least but it does seem like they wasn't able to. The tanks is just too tanky, and they are just too much. There's just way too much utility coming in from them. Selena waiting for the right opportunity. I think that gonna go for the Abyssal Arrow soon. Power of nature coming from Tease Me to get herself away from all of that. The turtle will be resurrected in about 20 seconds, and it seems like the teams are eyeing it. Literally eyeing it, because they want to get that map control. The map control is going to be the main thing about getting the turtle. They can bait for the turtle, sure, yes, and then turn things around and try to get a kill onto the opponent's side. And it does seem like Imperius does have the control of the turtle. Imperius might join in, and it could be the battle of the greatest right here. Tease Me just goes straight in, just gonna evade that Abyssal Arrow. No one is the Abyssal Arrow. Arya looking for the perfect timing, and here we have the Way of the Dragon right on the Harry. Harry does not have the Zaman Force buff just yet, but however, Angel Yu just gonna go straight in for the Hurricane Dash, and we do have the Zaman Force just gonna be dropped down from Harry as well, but Harry is just gonna get himself away at this point of time. Hachiko as well as Bada Bing, the last one remaining of the team, and they have not gotten the turtle, if I am not wrong. They lost the map control, they lost 3 men as well. And just like that, Rogue is able to get the turret down in the middle lane. They're able to bring 3 men down as well. So this is going to be a really grim match for Imperius. Rogue got the turtle. Okay, thank you so much. And it does seem like Rogue got the turtle, so there is a lot more gold advantage, and he's just literally bullying them at this point of time. Sheriff goes in a lot of damage. I'm not too sure what the Abyssal Arrow was for actually, but it doesn't really quite matter. Angel Yu and Sheriff, they are still fine. They're still A-okay. Arya just traveling around in the middle lane, securing her dominance here in middle lane and really just proxying the creeps. Take a look at this, literally proxying the creeps. I'm not too sure about that though, but they still have the map control. That's the main thing. Get the map control. Make sure that these teams, such as Rogue, exert the dominance, and so Imperius is unable to turn things around. Nice Abyssal Arrow. Are they gonna go for it? Arya, very, very bold. Playing really bold. The ultimate coming in from Hishiko. The damage literally didn't do quite much. Let's take a look at the item build for Granger for now. It does seem like she only has a Bloodlust Axe. Understandably, only has some form of sustainability. Abyssal Arrow lands again onto Granger. Take a look at that damage. It's literally 1 bar of damage. Grim, literally grim. The second turret for bottom lane will go down once again. Middle lane. It seems like Team Rogue is waiting for the perfect opportunity to push in, and perhaps is waiting for the time whereby Team Imperius were to make a mistake. Because it does seem like Team Rogue, even though they are so high up in farm, they still can't go 5-man push into the turret and expect to win. And here we have Minoan Fury on 1 man. They just want to focus down onto Selena. And you know what? Even though they wasted 1 solid ultimate for that, I still think that it is worth it, because they're just going to balance it out to make it into a 5 versus 4 match. In fact, I think it would be balanced if they kill off 1 more person. It is 32,000 gold versus 21,000 gold. So I think bringing down 2 members will be the true balance. You know, the true balance for the game. It's like asking which feather is heavier, which is heavier, feather or steel. And here we have the Zaman Force just going to be brought down. Angel Yu will be able to CC himself out by using Hurricane Dash, Hurricane Spin, really well played. They will be able to defend middle lane, bring down the Lord as well. But how about Arya? The bottom lane turret will go down extremely low. Arya really tanky, but Angel Yu will go down, and just like that, Grok takes it down. Top lane will go down as well, unfortunately for them. But how about Mama Jess? Puts himself in the middle of everything, and here we have the Blazing Duet coming straight in, followed by the Way of the Dragon. Arya pushing into the heart of an enemy. Hishiko will be able to get away, but at what cost? As all 4 heroes goes down, only left with Hishiko. to defend the middle lane and to defend the core. There is absolutely no way that Hishiko can do this as Sharif knocks right onto the core and down they go.
Victory!
Congratulations once again. Wow, my oh my. Team Rogue has stumbled upon Imperius and will be able to bring down 2 points off of Imperius. It's really sad and really unfortunate for Team Imperius as they lost the bronze match and they are crowned 4th place, and Team Rogue will be crowned as 3rd place. So without further ado, we'd like to congratulate them for claiming 3rd place, getting themselves $100 as well as diamonds. And of course, not to forget bragging rights. That's one of that. FSL Circuit, Mobile Legends, Singapore and Malaysia, 3rd place. 2nd runner-up. So, we've got a really great game that has unfolded in front of us. Unfortunately for Team Imperius, they've got a really good lineup, but it just kind of crumbled down a little bit as they wasn't able to be extremely aggressive, especially for Harif. Once Harif reaches level 4 early in the game, go for lane, go for buff, go for lane again, push out to the other lanes to help out your solo laners. For example, Leomord, for example, Granger. And that is where Harif shines a lot. That is the point of time when you get level 4, you take the River Crab. Level 4 will bring you Zaman Force. You literally just zip zap zoom a lot for the Chrono Dash, and that is how you get it. Unfortunately, Bada Bing wasn't able to fully utilize her power as a Harif, but Hishiko definitely did manage to do pretty well as she did not die a single time at top lane farming for 1 kill and even has gotten 2 assists. Well, without further ado, I'd like to conclude this part of the series for the bronze match, and we will be taking a look at the grand finals, the best of 5 series of Exoticism versus Alphad, and that is going to be the main play, the main highlight, and I will see you guys in a while later in about 10 to 15 minutes. So, see you guys.